Alright, so now we're going to learn what an ID tag is. So first off, ID tags, you can only have one of them in the document. And if you're looking over here, you will see that I've created an ID tag where I'm saying it's equal to navbar. And up above, I refer to it with a hashtag unlike a class, which is a period. So what you're going to see here is a series of CSS that tells the elements inside of this navbar what to do. So right off the bat, we're going to look at the navbar here, which is the top level element. I'm telling it to be black, and if you look over to the right here, you will see, yes, there's some black. I'm telling it to be a height of 180 pixels, which it is, and a padding of 50, so that's just able to be very evident that there it is. In a minute, you're going to see what we're going to do with this unordered list, but just to show you where the unordered list is, we're drilling down and we're saying hashtag navbar unordered list be gray. So that's why this is gray. Now what you're seeing is a list now of the three houses I've got here, and you're probably noticing, some of it's yellow and some of it's blue, I think. So what we're going to do right now is show you some of these commands and what they do. So in the CSS over here, you can see I've commented out various things: the display, the text align center, and the padding. So what I'll do right now is just do a series of deleting the comments, saving the document, and refreshing over here. So right there you can see, sure enough, that line item has been centered when I uncomment that. And I'm saving the good stuff for the end. We're now going to get rid of the padding, and now that padding comments are gone, so it'll have a padding of 20 pixels all around it, and you need to save that and review it right here. So there you can see now they're creating some space of padding inside of that element, which is the line item. Okay, now let's get to the big one. It's saying that the display is going to be inline hyphen block. That's a tough one to remember, so do a search on HTML list items and you'll see that. And now we're going to save this and we're going to refresh it. And now what you see is what we're after. We're able to have a horizontal list. We're basically saying, normally you want to display vertically, but in this case, display it inline, which means just one line item after another. And now you can see what we have there. And now what we're going to do too is we're going to notice that you've got Riley, Beals, and Barry that all have a link with them, and I'm just going to show you that when you hover over them, there's a link that is inside the HTML area of the body, but we don't want to have that line there. So what we're going to do now is this, saying hashtag navbar A, so any hyperlink, we are going to say text decoration none. So now when I hit save there and refresh, you are going to see that the underlines have gone by. So this is what a lot of websites use for creating a navigation bar, where they don't have lines underneath of them. It's going to be apparent that it's the home and the contact us or whatever you might include in your nav bar. And most importantly, as a review, remember in the HTML you can only have one ID. You can have more than one ID, but you can only have one ID with the same name, in this case nav bar. And then you refer to it up above with a hashtag, and just like we were with classes, you can refer to the class and then elements inside of that, in this case div tag. So that's what we've got going on right there.